Welcome everybody back to my channel. My name is Fem. Welcome to my channel. My name is Fem. And we are getting back into some Noble. We are getting back into our Sapwood family. I have adjusted some things with my volume a little further. Let me know if I'm too loud or if I need to be a little bit louder. Wow, I need to turn that down a little bit for myself. Whew. Music is a little loud on my end. So, we are going to get back into this. We do still have, we're still going with Morgana on this one because we've gotten down to the 4th. So, looks like everybody's married. This family's just gonna die off at some point because the only ones we have left are Yohunger and Hasia. Hasia had 3 kids, but Hasia and Noarikas had 3 kids, but they all died from illness. All of them. Even Noarikas died from an illness. Ooh. And we lost Rose, so unfortunately, once again, my namesake. I don't know what's going on with my namesake, but it always ends up dying pretty quickly. I don't know. All right. And I'm sorry there wasn't a video yesterday. I was dealing with, once again, feeling under the weather, and I was also dealing with some other stuff. I had a D&D game yesterday, so let's get in with it. In a chaotic world of noble rivalries and power plays, Emlys II defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. Excuse me. Who knew such delicate flower could blossom amidst the thorny schemes of House Sapwood? So, Emlys, we know of another Emlys, and what are you doing getting into a duel? I will send your wife with you because she's actually pretty decent at that. How did this go? To the bafflement of Osmondlord II, Estrine II cowered under the grand dining table at the mere sight of a roasted boar's head. The shock and awe. When House Feminwood's jester began juggling flaming torches atop a rickety barrel, Esmond II seized the moment by catching a torch mid-air to rescue a startled courtier's wig, thus proving that bravery sometimes comes with a faint whiff of singed hair. As Adam graced the feast at House Feminwood's estate with her presence, their cautious demeanour and impeccable manners impressed the notoriously picky Osmondlord II. Good. How did this go? In the majestic hall of House Isahenwood, Morgana IV wooed Nogarius with an impressive display of juggling bread rolls, sealing their engagement. Bed rolls would be interesting. Juggling bed rolls would be interesting. Now I want to see that. I really want to see somebody juggling bed rolls. That would be fascinating. That was an off-topic comment. After some spirited haggling, Yohunger V Sapwood offloaded half a wagon of tools to Dolry in exchange for coin, and inexplicably a suspiciously lively crate of geese that now honk proudly outside the House Sapwood Hall. Again, we love our farm animals. We love our fowls. I'm gonna send you to go do that. Oh, she's getting... Which one is that? That's Krininia? Wait, I didn't name her, did I? I don't think I named her. Because I don't remember naming anyone Krininia. Because that's not the name I go with for people. Let's go with Zoe. Because I do not remember naming anyone Krininia. And I think that's what somebody was telling me was I missed a name. And I guess it was that one. My bad. And she is a female. I believe so. Alright, so we have another one. So it says Estrine, Adam, and I guess Petfus II. Let's see what happens. And wait till we get all the way to the next year. So nothing happened at the funeral. How did you guys go with your child, your first child? As the halls of the House Sapwood estate echoed with the screams of childbirth. Excuse me. Tenia II, first Sapwood Baroness of Whitefell, finally expelled the squalling bundle of joy, their healthy, legitimate son. So now we have an Edmund II. Yay, good job. How did that go? In a dazzling display of questionable marksmanship, Esmond managed to graze their own cheek with a crossbow bolt, while Halotta II tripped over a particularly stubborn sheep, leaving both a scar and Halotta II's dignity behind. How did this go? A feast to remember. Malige as Adam bid adieu to their delightful host, they accidentally tripped over a peacock feather, causing an entire tower of cheese wheels to come crashing down upon them. The resulting cheese avalanche created a spectacle of epic proportions, with Adam emerging from the cheesy rubble, unscathed, and the laughs that echoed through the halls of House Germisap? Oh, is that what it came to? Germisap. Cementing their place in House Germisap's heart as the clumsiest and most entertaining guests they have ever encountered. As the feast of the House Germisap estate raged on, Kimberly II managed to spill an entire goblet of wine on Petfus II without a second thought. How rude. Sorry, guys, I was a bit distracted. My phone was ringing, but it was a spam call. If you happen to hear all those alerts. After the priest finally located the correct scroll, Nugarius, Eisenwood, and Morgana IV exchanged vows and miraculously smiled. Yay! Meanwhile, House Sapwood discovered a forgotten dowry chest beneath the altar and promptly claimed it as their own. Aw, look at how cute they look together. She's gorgeous. So pretty. I'm so happy. He can now get married. We do have no one for him yet. Alright, so where's this? Oh, so it's going to go to Johangar. He ain't got no kids. So which title is this for? I think. Oh, it doesn't actually say it. Does it say it down here? Baron, okay. So it does say it. Because I think she has only 2 Baron titles. So, let us see. Who shall we possibly maybe give this to? We actually, Pagasa might be good, or Petfus might be really good. I'm going to give it to Petfus. See if that works. And then we have another one of these, Avina. Are you currently married, and how old are you? 42, you are married. You have quite a few kids. Oh, and one of them's right here. I don't have any eligible maidens at the moment. Nope, none at the moment. So, sorry, you're not going to have anyone. But I could still send him for that at least. Because he's not busy doing anything else. Alright, let's go for another year. We always go for 1 year before we stop and see what happens. Because before I was stopping when anything happened. And now it's like, nah, let's stop when I knew something's going to happen. Actually works better that way. I'm actually going to send... I want to send Morgana. How did this go? With a grin so smug it could curdle milk, Petfus II seized the late Rose the Fourth's seat mid-ceremony, loudly announcing their claim as if daring anyone to object. Yeah, I knew he'd get it. And then the next one's going to go to Johangar. While wandering the muddy paths of House Sapwood, Hossio II announced a count's prize inspection, prompting peasants to hand over every last goat, barrel, and trinket for fear of a second visit. Now, somebody in the comments did remind me that they're lying about it being count's inspection. I figured as much. And then she proceeds to die. Poor Hasia. I'm going to send you because your wife is currently busy at something else. I know you just married into the family, but welcome into the family. You're going to a funeral for someone you probably don't know. It's the truth. We have so many goods. Oh, we're doing really good. I don't have anyone for you, Michael. I'm sorry. Let's go for another year, guys. Oh, another male. We don't have any females at the moment. We keep getting all these ones for... Okay, so nothing happened. See, I knew that nothing would happen. Oh, so it's going to go to Edmund. Really? Okay. Oh, Lulacia is a Marquis. Wait, is she a Marquis of... I wish I could read the whole thing. Might be one of the other houses. Right? Because the Marquis of Ra, I don't know. Rathmore. Doesn't say what house she's from, though. Rathmore. So, they need That would be interesting. So they need wit. Their wit is poop. Sounds about right. Wit, whiz, poop. Oh, yay. We have a masquerade ball happening. So who should get this? Someone with high wit. Actually, you have high wit, Miss Emless. I'm going to send you. How did this go? After a suspiciously long-winded speech from the Master of Ceremonies, Yohanka V claimed Rose the Fool's vacant title, while the purse of House Sapwood coin quietly vanished. No doubt donated to grease the palm of some especially eager steward. Fabulous. The accidental wheelbarrow race. As Petfus III was departing from the visit, they found themselves in a predicament, with their trusty steed decided to abandon them. Oof. Trotting off with a satchel of gold. Rude. Left with no other choice, Petfus III desperately hopped into a nearby wheelbarrow and propelled themselves forward. Okay. Racing through the House Eisenwood estate like a bat out of hell. The sight of Petfus III zooming past, screaming in terror, brought a momentary burst of joy to the vassals of House Eisenwood. I bet that was a spectacle of epic proportions. Oh, we can't even do him. We do have, right, so we do still have the original houses, but we can't because she must be closely related. That makes sense because her father is from House Alistair, so I cannot. He's got good stats, though. So I may have to put her in here instead. Okay. Actually, either would be good. So how many do we have? We have 2 boys? 3 girls. Oof. Yeah. I'm going to add Petfus into this. I suppose any spot will work. And then I am going to try and add Zoe in there, see if I can do anything, because I cannot. She can't marry him. They are too closely related. So, kind of have to go with that option. And then let's have your husband help you with that, Ling. Now, how you got into a duel, my dear? Let's go for another year. And your hunger died. I knew he would die at some point. I was like, oh, give him the title. Yeah, he'll die soon. I was right. Edmund, you're going to go to your great uncle? Something like that. The perils of inherited furniture. As the ceremony neared its grand finale, Edmund Sapwood took their seat upon the venerable Baron's chair, a creaking moth-bitten relic of Hasia II's dubious taste. With a tremendous crack and an even greater sense of entitlement, Edmund rose, dusty but unbowed, declaring the title there. Excuse me. The assembled courtiers and House Winchester delegates could hardly ignore such an entrance. Excuse me. With an arrow that whistled past even the bored owl, Bernaldus II skewered the bowl, while Morgana IV graciously accepted a crate of plump chickens from a grateful huntsman who had apparently mistaken them for a vegetarian. Well, okay. Sure. I guess that works. Liege, while Luningning fired bolt after bolt with the enthusiasm of a child chasing geese, Germanic III managed to reload the crossbow exactly once, prompting a servant from House Germasap to yawn so loudly that even the squirrels seemed embarrassed. Really, it's a fascinating thing to do. So, do we have any really good squires? Possibly. I mean, we have a pretty good amount of titles. I'm going to send you, and then I'm going to have you go. Let's see how good this happens. Are you two quarreling? Okay. I was not paying attention, my bad. I really wasn't paying attention. I was looking at something else. On the screen, that is. The gilded grin, as Pagasa II bid adieu to Bernaldus II at the opulent feast. They couldn't help but smirk, knowing that their cunning wit and charm had effortlessly charmed a significant amount of gold from the pockets of unsuspecting guests. My tongue today. How did this go? After a dizzying round of cryptic matchmaking, Petfus III found themselves betrothed to Galatea? Galatea, probably. The second, by the secret rules of the masquerade ball. At least House Sapwood now enjoys the dubious honor of being whispered about at noble breakfast tables. I want to say Salister because we're all Salister. Oh, you're marrying a Salister. She's 28, okay. She's got really nice stats, so cool. My liege, under the flickering candlelight, Zoe and Norlin were paired by a half-blind master of ceremonies, sealing an engagement and accidentally winning a chest stuffed with coin after deciphering the ball's cryptic "Find the real bride" riddle. He's actually got pretty good stats, except for his wit. But again, we are not known for our wit. No title, but he is 20, so at least he's young enough. I don't want those that are really old, because that sucks. Because we don't need old people. That would be really difficult. So this is for Baron title, of course. In this family, we all have the Baron titles. I am going to actually give it to Morgana, if possible. And let us keep going. Another year, and stop. What do you know? Is that a female? Ooh, she's pretty, but... Yeah, let's try it. How did the argument go in the heat of a heavy quarrel at the House Sapwood estate? Grevinus II wove words like spells, calming both Estrine and Luningning. Thus they earned the illustrious title, Grevinus II of the Silver-Tongued. And then he proceeds to get ill. Perfect timing, right? I will look at that in a moment. Just want to free people up so I can figure that out. Baron by default and a pouch misplaced. Malige, as the last toast was raised. Morgana the Forceps would lunge for a goblet only to impale Edmund. Are you kidding me? No! Morgana? No. With a ceremonial fork meant for canapes. Rude. All everyone stared, but Aldous' sister cleared their throat and waved a musty parchment, nabbing the vacant barony. Meanwhile, a mysterious velvet pouch, bulging with coins, somehow found its way into Morgana the Force's boot. Morgana! Cutthroat! Yeah. She can't get remarried, though, which sucks so much. So we need someone with high charisma. I mean, his wife has high charisma, but I can't remarry her. I wish you could. I really wish you could remarry spouses of... It would be really, really helpful. Liege, after a ceremony longer than a winter night, Petfus III was shackled to Galatea II with a sigh heard all the way to House Alistair. Shackled? Rude. While the chest of House Sapwood's finest treasures quietly vanished into the pockets of certain grinning guests. Rude. Malige, despite the priest's best efforts and Anatha's dazzling but overpriced fireworks, Norland and Zoe were reluctantly wed. Reluctant. While House Sapwood wept as their gold vanished into the bottomless pockets of House Icehenwood's wedding caterers. Okay. Celandine. She's pretty. Oh, that's what I needed. Who could help with that? Actually, Morgana would be very good at helping with that. And I'm going to send you to go do that. Alright, let's go round. Next round, guys. Ooh, another masquerade. I do have one person. I think just one. Babies, yay! Oh no, this is bad news. Hooks, crowns, and a purse misplaced. After the solemn investiture, Ayuse Krenkheim waved a scroll in the air, reciting an obscure law about inheritance, while a bored clerk nodded off behind them. Meanwhile, Edmund II, or ever the optimist, attempted a daring handshake with a ceremonial falcon, and left with a rather impressive hook where their hand used to be. Okay, not a death. Whew! The purse, it seems the late Edmund hid coin beneath a dice, quietly discovered by the ever-curious Edmund II. He did not get his father's title. Darn. Oh well. With a wink and a poem so dreadful it nearly wilted the court roses, Grevinus III managed to win Imani Krenkheim's hand, much to Emlys's horror. And somehow, House Krenkheim's trading ledgers have not recovered since. We need more people to have more babies, please. This is House Sapwood. You're supposed to have, like, multiple babies, because that's just what you do. All right, so I do. Ooh, it's all men. One female. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. It's like all guys. It's like they're all just like, we need to get a bride. And all they get is one so far interested. That's actually funny. I love that. That's actually really funny. I love it. And we're there. Okay. Lots going on. Lots happening. Pagasa, you are going to be going in here. Which one should I put you in? Honestly, the top one. I might have someone. No, maybe not. He should be of age soon to also be put in here. But we'll see. Too much oats and a fallen squire. Oh no, 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 no. All the crowd still cheered Petfus II. Slyly baited Armitage II into 3 extra jousts, exploiting that famed boundless energy until Armitage II toppled from the saddle, title lost with a groan. Meanwhile, the notorious greed of Petfus II led to a wager gone sour, costing House Sapwood an entire cot of pickled eels. As for Rolelia, they forgot to lower their visor and met a lance face first. An open and shut tragedy. I don't think they're part of our family. No. Okay. Whew. I was going to say, if it's somebody in our family, I'm not going to be happy. Let's have you help, seeing as how you're not going to have any more kids. You can't really. My liege, after an exchange of vows involving misplaced rings and a goat that absolutely did not belong in the chapel, which is always accepted, Grevinus III and Imani left the ceremony arm in arm, beaming. Yay! That's awesome. I'm so happy. How did this go? After weeks of coughing up more phlegm than a tavern wench's tankards, Grevinus II finally succumbed to the illness. Darn. But I can get Lu Ningning married again. Can she go in here? She can. I'm going to put her in here. I know she's 48. She doesn't necessarily have to, but I'm going to do it. Because I don't have anybody else right now. So, let's see how this baby one went. Amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Petfus III, Galatea II quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. Now she's meek, but now we have a Petfus IV. Nice. We're moving along. How did this go? With an entourage larger than a wedding procession, Reginus III sweet-talked every peasant from here to the riverbank, departing with double the usual goods, and, if gossip is to believe, twice as many blushes among the villagers. Oh no, he's promiscuous. We all know what that means. I'm going to have you help them with their pregnancy. We have Eustace, Benaldus, and Leolarlin. Oof. His wit is poop. And again, his other stats are not that good either. But Benaldus is actually pretty good. Oh, he's really old. He's in his 40s. Could have paired him with New Ling Ning, but I love doing the masquerade. It's so fun to see what happens. Yay, more babies. See, now I'm just trying to understand why we're not getting as many babies as we normally do. That's just really unusual. This is House Sapwood. They're supposed to be baby making like crazy. My liege, the House Sapwood estate was shrouded in an oppressive hush as Zoe Sapwood birthed a legitimate boy, refusing even a hint of joy. Meanwhile, Norlin paraded about, grinning like they had personally invented infants. Oh, that was actually fun, Norlin II. I'm sorry, I like that one. That card was good. Alright, how did this go? Amidst swirling basks and more awkward dancing than a barnyard at moonrise, Picasso II found themselves paired with Godrents II, sealing an engagement before the punch even ran out. No title, but pretty good stats. No charisma, but his health is very high. And he's only 26. Perfect. That's actually really good. My liege, after an evening of frantic matchmaking, the masked judges paired Lu Ningning with Yohunger II. Oh my gosh, we got Yohunger in here again. We had Yohunger IV, so he's... Wait. 23, but... Wait, didn't we have Yohunger V? Yeah, he's right here. So, did his name get pulled again? Interesting. I didn't know you could do that. To the chagrin of busybodies everywhere, they are now officially engaged by the masquerade ball's eccentric rules. I'm happy, but shocked. Interesting. So, who can help with this? I need to be able to see everybody's stats. Okay, I'm going to have you help. Come here. So it's like interesting. We have Johanger here. He never had any kids either, so interesting. Liege as the halls of the house Sapwood estate echoed with screams of childbirth. Morgana the Fourth finally expelled a squalling bundle of joy. Healthy, legitimate son. We still need you to give us a healthy girl because we need another Morgana. We have no Garius, but he married into the family, so anyway. We do have a male and a female here, so I could... That's all we got. Okay, so... Health is really good. Fortitude is decent. Not the best options, honestly. I'm actually going to wait. I don't like her. I'm going to wait. It's a boy, so I'm going to wait. Do we have any females available? Because he's a marquis. I don't care if he's 49. He's a marquis. A purse dropped, no vows forgotten. Yay! Which means Godrance and Picasa. Godrance the second and Picasa the second sealed their union with broad grits and a heavier coin purse. Yay! Aw, they look cute together. Okay. Liege, after the priest finally located the correct scroll, Yonghanga the second and Nuningning exchanged vows and miraculously smiled. Nice. I don't know, she might be able to have another kid, but we shall have to wait and see, I suppose. Send you to go do that for now, and let's see how this went. Liege, as the halls of the house Sapwood estate echoed with the screams of childbirth, Imani heroically brought forth a healthy, legitimate baby girl. Defying the pain of insults hurled at the nurses, Grevinus the third couldn't be prouder. Imani the second. Imani keeps moving. I don't know. Like, I think she can still have kids. She doesn't look like she's changed to that older, older. So she might be able to have at least one. Okay, do we have any? No. I want him to get married to someone, but I don't have anyone available at the moment. Darn it. And he's a marquis. And stop. Nope. No girls came of age before I stopped. Dang it. That sucks. Let's have Morgana help. I wish you two would have more kids. I really want you to. Okay, so the next one. Actually, I'm going to send Morgana over here. Morgana again. Another Morgana. Just to see if maybe it'll help spiral them to do more. And I'm not going to help with this because I don't have a bastard to help with that. I mean, I could send someone maybe? I don't know. It is a female. If I sent Esmond, could potentially end up with a marriage. Oh, it says a vile thug and his gang. It's actually her gang, but she is cute. He would be good at it. I'm just gonna try and see what this gets me because I don't have any females for him, and I wish I had a female for him because I do want him. He's got really good wit, really good health. I would like, but I don't have anyone. Darn it. And that's gonna go away shortly. Yep. Darn it. Just as she became eligible. Dang it. Always happens that way, doesn't it? The pursuit of golden greetings. Malige as Denia the second bid farewell to their gracious host at House Chermisap. They couldn't help but notice a shimmering glint on the ground. Bending down, they discovered a tiny but unmistakably precious golden coin hidden in the lush grass of the estate. It seemed that in their eagerness to bid their guests farewell, Janethus II had accidentally dropped a handful of golden greetings. Nice. House Sapwood has gained a small amount of gold at the visit thanks to the host's clumsy generosity. Could go with him. His charisma and wit are bad, and he's 49 years old. I don't want him. I really don't. As the shrieks of Galatea II echoed through the House Sapwood estate, a robust, legitimate girl arrived while nurses endured a barrage of insults about their cold hands and incompetent towels. I don't know how a towel can be incompetent, but sure. Meanwhile, Padfus III preened nearby as the self-proclaimed proud parent. Yay, we have another Galatea, who's apparently a patron. Liege, after calmly instructing the panicking nurses and keeping their wits sharper than the midwife's scissors, Imani Sapwood delivered a robust boy, while Grevinus III beamed with pride and promptly dropped their goblet onto their own boots. Yay! It did prompt him to get... I'm so happy. Sometimes that helps. It gets them to go, yeah, we want to have babies too. I love that. I love that actually works. It's like sometimes it actually really helps. Okay, so you're sick. Who can help? Who can help? 2 people are sick. Lovely. I really love that. Let's have you help. And for you, I want somebody who's free, but they're not the best at it. I guess I'll give you for now. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I did. Okay, so this was something that they recently added. So you can actually have your other characters visit each other. Your relatives, they can visit each other. So if you hover over them, they can visit each other. That is so cool. I hadn't tried that yet. They had just recently put that out, and I was like, I completely forgot about that. I didn't understand necessarily what it meant, so interesting. Now I know what it means. Final son Galatea up there. Seen as how she had 2 kids. I don't think we're going to need to do any of those because we don't. So let's send Morgana the 3rd? Yeah, the 3rd. I'm just trying to get all this stuff out of there. Okay. Not going to do that. And pause. Brenor the 2nd. She's a cutie. She's got pretty good stats. Yeah. I think I'll give her to Adam. Melige, after Jude and a ragtag gaggle of bandits tried to relieve Norland Sapwood of their purse of vigorous, I was going to say vigorious, but wrestling match ensued, ending with Norland snatching the bandit leader's own pouch while the coach hostess stared on unimpressed. I tried to see if that might do anything. It didn't. After an impressively noisy ordeal involving enough screaming to wake the dead, Picasso II brought forth a robust, legitimate girl, leaving Godrance II limp with pride and exhaustion. Good job, Picasso III. It's over here. In the chaotic world of noble rivalries and power plays, Morgana IV defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. We are now having Morgana V. Yes! Yay! Yay! I'm so happy. How did this go? I so wanted to see this. Melige, locked in the grand hall for a tedious pastime, as Stream II and Picasso attempted chess with a live goose as referee. Okay. Again, we love geese in this family. Only Stream II dared to reclaim the pieces from its snapping beak, cementing their reputation for bravery and foolishness. That is actually really cool. I love that you can do that. That is so cool. Cool. Okay, so I wanted the count. I wanted the marquee that was here, but it's okay. But he does have really good stats, and they do seem really good for a stream, so I'm going to pick you, and you're going to have... I'm going to think you're going to have your father help you with that. I wish these 2 would have more kids, but if they don't, they don't. It's not like I can pick that. You're not the best at that, and I doubt I have a good squire for you. Not really. I mean, he's okay. He's decent, but no. Not gonna do that. And here. How did this go? After an arduous collection across House Sapwood lands, Morgana III, 2nd Sapwood Baroness of Alderton, gathered every last horse log and lump of iron, only to discover a crate of chickens mysteriously placed with skulking geese. Again! I love these geese. Oh no, who died? Scarred by soup, a faint heart's fate. As Petfus II... I'm sorry, first Sapwood Count of Glomrand? I almost read it as gloom. Languished in bed suffering from an illness, a nurse arrived with a steaming bowl of soup. In a tragically comedic mishap, Petfus II recoiled from the piping broth, knocking it over onto their own face, resulting in a grotesque scar. Later, they succumbed to their illness, leaving behind the legacy of a faint heart who couldn't even face soup. Darn it. I'm sorry, Picasso, and I'm not going to get you married again. Nope. My liege, after Adam serenaded Bernard II with a goose-quill lute and a recitation involving 3 riddles, the maiden agreed to get engaged. Yay! Aw, she's a cutie. Look at that blushy. Courtiers cheered, and House Feminwood seemed quite thrilled. No dowry disasters or runaway peacocks. This time. But, like, see? Character does not meet the requirements. But, like, that is so cool that you can do that now. Anyways, where was I gonna have her go? I'm so confused. My brain went somewhere else. Smuggled silks in the suitor's satchel. My liege, while Negalimus Salister wooed every maiden within reach, Gretnus III lurked behind a pillar, keeping watch over the flock. Between overzealous serenades, Gretnus III helped tidy Negalimus's belongings, only to discover a stash of contraband silks, sewn into a satchel lining. The silks mysteriously made their way into House Sapwood's keeping before anyone could blink or accuse. After Estrine II serenaded Negalimus with an impromptu ballad about goats and inheritance, the bachelor from House Salister eagerly agreed to an engagement. We saw that pop up. The court cheered, no doubt relieved to see such enterprising spirit from a guest. Why are you in a duel, Adam? I'm going to send you to help with that duel, because you're actually pretty decent at it, and you can help. Stats are pretty good for that. Lucia. What is his stats? I mean, her fortitude is amazing. Charisma is actually pretty good. Honestly, I like her. I'm going to have Esmond go for her, yeah. Like I do. And we stop. As we get a lot of things happening. I wish the Marquis would pop up again, man. I wanted him to pop up so I could get him into this family. After a drawn-out squabble involving 3 overcooked pheasants and a very nervous master of ceremonies, Petfus III loudly paraded around the hall, claiming Petfus II's vacant seat, earning the Count's title before the ink on the will even dried. Are you kidding me? We do not need one of these. We are not big enough for a castle. So annoyed. Tears streaming down their face, Adam managed to fumble every bolt while Gilbernus calmly recited poetry mid-shot. The audience still whispering about the moment Adam sobbed to miss the target by a mile. Oh, okay, so that's what happened. Because I thought he had gotten an engagement, but apparently, yeah, that had happened in the meantime. You help with that? I ain't got nobody for that right now. Hesperigenus III coughed up their last breath due to an unfortunate bout of illness. Darn it. Oh, man. Come on. Again, we don't need a castle. We really, really, really don't need a castle. I'm not lying when I say we don't need a castle. I am not helping with the castle. Forget that. So, Petfus. Okay, she needs wit. Her wit is that. And give it to her while her husband's currently in the middle of also the same thing. Liege, after a suspiciously lengthy exchange of vows and a priest who nearly nodded off, Negalimus and Estrine II emerged triumphantly wed, beaming at each other as if nothing could possibly go wrong for at least the rest of the day. The Suitor's Chaotic Nocturnal Serenade. We have seen this one. In the shadowy garden of House Winchester, Esmond II serenaded Lulassi V with a lute that may or may not have been borrowed from a nearby minstrel. Tuneful racket, barely discernible as music, and it did go up. Somehow charmed Lulassi V into agreeing to an engagement, perhaps dazzled by the sheer audacity. Meanwhile, the chaperone, Clawis, interestingly, nodded approvingly behind the cacophonous spectacle, had surely impressed their liege lord. Send you over here. You're almost old enough to get wed. You have anybody for this? Not available. Fabulous. I mean, I could get her married, but she's too old to have any more kids anyways, and he doesn't come with a title, so there's no reason to marry him. He's 43, but... I love hearing the babies crying, because it's like, yay, babies! More babies! More babies, more people! Again, I am still not helping with the castle building, because screw that. Baron by decree and purse by accident. As the master of ceremonies droned through the galleries, Galatea II conveniently discovered a sign scroll under Petfus II's chair, making claim to the barony rather unassailable. The gathered nobles gawked as a courtier tripping on their own velvet accidentally kicked a forgotten pouch of coins straight into Galatea II's lap. Thus, title and treasure landed together, both by official word and a most fortuitous mishap. How did this go? Locke triumphs over House Winchester. Suspicion. While Esmond II fumbled their vows and dropped the ceremony ring straight into a soup tureen, Ludosia V dove after it, without hesitation resurfacing victorious and beaming. The crowd, including a very suspicious Curtis, could only gape, as the couple declared eternal loyalty rings still dripping with broth. Thanks to this culinary mishap, House Sapwood now finds itself a hot topic in every house nearby. I'm fine with that. I don't want you to marry someone old. Much better, I would say. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know if I have anyone who would really be able to help you with this. Although, I could send Johangar. It's not like they're going to have any babies. Probably not. After a stunning display of forced smiles and cold clammy hands, Adam and Bruno II were reluctantly bound in wedlock. Oof, sorry that they were reluctant and mediocre and sending apples. Out of course. Alright. How did this go? After a parade of sycophants and a suspiciously lengthy sermon, Morgan IV claimed Reginus III's baron title, only pausing to accept a ceremony crate of furs gifted by the local merchants, who apparently never miss a coronation, with profit involved. Of course. Amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Nolan, Zoe Sapwood quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. The meek Zoe even apologized to the midwife for any inconvenience caused by childbirth. So it's a boy. We need to rename the boy. Whatever I want. Let's go with... Conan. Not O'Brien. Not the Barbarian. Melige, with an ungodly amount of groaning and screaming, Imani had a difficult but successful delivery, giving birth to a healthy, legitimate boy. Good job. We have another boy, which means more names. Let's do... Let me move further down, or further up. Let's go with... Arthur. Because we had an Arthur in the last one, let's have an Arthur in this one. Alright, so now that we did that, now I can see who would be available for this. If anyone even is available for this. Okay, he would. Petfus. Take your wife with you, please. Now, let's see who can help. Okay, so you would be perfect for that one, and you would be perfect for that one. Fabulous. Good. Let's keep going. I am learning that apparently YouTube right now is pushing out a lot more long form content. So we can go a little bit longer. The unforeseen midwife of misfortune. Of fortune, not... The unforeseen midwife of fortune. During the pregnancy, Estrine II clutched a four-leaf clover as if their life depended on it, mumbling every superstition in the realm. The delivery was so tumultuous that one nurse fainted, while a servant ran to fetch holy water to ward off evil spirits. Against all odds, a robust baby boy emerged, earning Estrine II the title Estrine II the Blessed for their bizarre but evidently effective ritual. Now they're superstitious. But we now have an Agamus. Fabulous. How did this go? I always try to do the pregnancies last, but I didn't this time. When House Germasep's jester began juggling flaming torches... Okay, so she rescued someone. And that was it. Okay. As the shrieks of Picasso II echoed through the House Sapwood estate, a robust, legitimate girl arrived while nurses endured a barrage of insults about their cold hands and incompetent towels. Meanwhile, Godrance II preened nearby as the self-proclaimed proud parent. Nice. So we have another girl. So let's go with... I have an Arthur. Let's have a Guinevere. I'm trying to remember how to spell that. There it is. There we go. We added an Arthur. We added a Guinevere. Oh, perfect. I'm going to have you help them with that. Maybe it'll help get you guys. Ooh, Maviva's key. Oh, Maviva. She comes with the title. Her wit is not that good, her health is not that good, but her fortitude is very good. His health is good. Who else was it saying I could do it? No, I guess it wasn't. Actually, I'm going to go for her. I think she'd be perfect for Edmund the Second. Let's keep going. For another year, and stop. After a week haggling with a flock of merchants who claimed their guts were nobler than Padfus II, he returned with a single suspiciously aromatic sack of onions and enough coin to buy a round of meat on discount. With a grin that would shame a fox, Galatea II managed to convince a caravan of merchants to part with a full crate of apples at the toll gate. Good job. Galatea's very helpful. After calmly instructing the panicking nurses and keeping their wits sharper than the midwife's scissors, Bernard II delivered a robust boy while Adam beamed with pride and promptly dropped their goblet onto their boots. We have an Adam II, yay! How did this go? Liege at the House Crankheim court, while other maidens performed dreadful lute serenades. Emlys II Sapwood boldly recited tax codes to impress Godward Crankheim. Apparently charmed by such riveting fiscal knowledge, Godward wisely agreed to the engagement, securing House Crankheim a clever alliance. Good job. Let's send you to go help with that. Are you really... Really? Really? Have you help with that? Send Galatea to go. She did really good last time. So we have Eustatus the Third. I don't think that was a name we put in there. But we don't have any eligible maidens for that. So let's keep going. Good. More babies. I want that. But House Sapwood is supposed to be the one that has like like so many babies. I don't think we had that very much. A purse dropped, no vows forgotten. Godward and Emlys III sealed their union with broadquins and a heavier coin purse. Yay, they're so cute. Let's have you help that. You can help with that one. Alright, let's go over here. Amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Nogarius, Morgana IV, second Sapwood Baroness of Fallowmere, interesting name, quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. Oh, she's meek. Let us rename to another one. Let's go with Merlin again. Let's go with that direction. How did this argument go? As the heated quarrel reached its peak at the House Sapwood estate, Codrins the second cowered behind a tapestry, trembling like a leaf. Picasso the second's attempt to mediate were met with bemused chuckles from the onlookers. I'm not doing that. She made progress on it. Don't care. I'm sorry. We are not that big. After Maviva II paraded a basket of wilted posies in an awkward poem, Edmund II gallantly agreed to an engagement, pausing midway only to rescue a toppled serving boy, earning nods of approval from the ever-watchful Bernardus. Good. Let's send Arthur to go to that. And who do we want to go to these? Send Imani, and let's go with Galatea. So we do have another female, Luhonda III, and still Eustasis, but I don't have anyone to marry you to. I mean, I could marry you to her, but I'm not going to. Let's go for another year. Oh no, she's sick now. Lu Ningning is now sick. I figured as much as she wasn't going to have a baby with him. She was getting too old. Oh, Lu Ningning and Morgana just got sick. No. You help. Oh, darn it. I don't know who's going to help with that. I wish I could send her over to help with that. Alright, let's see what this did. After an arduous collection across House Sapwood lands, Galatea, for Sapwood Baroness of Willowbrook, gathered every last horse, log, and a lump of iron. Okay. As Grevinus the Fourth graced the feast at House Eisenwood's state, with their presence, their cautious demeanor, and impeccable manners, impressed the notoriously picky Lenotha III. As the feast plates piled high, Galatea III inspected every goblet for spots and relined every fork before departing. Okay, how did this go? The House Sapwood estate was shrouded in an oppressive hush as Bernard II birthed a legitimate boy, refusing even a hint of joy. Meanwhile, Adam paraded about, grinning like they had personally invented infants. So it's another boy. We have another male name that we have to put in. I am going to go with Alder. No rhyme or reason why I'm picking the names I'm picking, just because. After a priest with an unfortunate lisp finally pronounced Edmund II and Maviva the second wed, a mysterious trunk stuffed with silver coins was conveniently left behind by a tipsy guest, swelling the coffers of House Sapwood. At the wedding feast of Edmund II and Maviva the second, Arthur spilled a goblet of wine straight into the lap of Bernardus II. Fabulous. Aw, they're cute. My liege, in a chaotic world of noble rivalries and power plays, Lulosia V defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. Who knew such a delicate flower could blossom amidst the thorny schemes? But because it is Lulosia, I'm not going to rename it. I see. No. Emless might be helpful in that. Alright, so let's see. Who could help with this? Ooh, Maviva. Perfect for that. And who would be helpful with this? Morgana. So we do have Brisserix the third. Don't have any eligible anybody. So this one, let's see. I'm going to send you. And let's keep going. I'm not touching it. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. That's how I feel about it. Alright, so we just have a bunch of babies, so let's start with those. My liege, after calmly instructing the panicking nurses and keeping their wits sharper than the midwife's scissors, Picasso II delivered a robust boy, while Godwin's II beamed with pride and promptly dropped their goblet onto their own boots. Now we have a Godwin's. Nice. How did this go? 3 wails and a shouted oath. Oh, good grief. See, now this is what I'm expecting. In the stuffy chamber, Molly Sapwood bellowed through the throes of triplet birth, while bellowed through the throes of, shouldn't it say of a triplet birth? While 3 nurses staggered about, nearly fainting from sheer disbelief. Grevinus III, red-faced and weeping openly, thundered a choice selection of barnyard curses at the midwife before collapsing in a heap, thus earning the brand new title Grevinus III, the Vulgar. 3 robust boys and not a single ounce of dignity left in sight. Wow. All boys, guys. All boys. So now we gotta go with all the male names. So let's go with, I don't ever think I did use this name at all, so I'm going to use that. Pollux. Let's go with Forest. Oh, I just did his. Come on. And oh, wrong one. Lupine. I want to see if this gets down to Lupine the 4th. Because that'd be kind of nice. But yeah, see, now we are getting bigger, so I get it. I do. I get it. I do. She had so many kids. Alright, fine. My liege, after Picasso Sapwood wisely insisted on certain foundation, as House Sapwood's mason suggested cheese. Why would you suggest cheese? That's for the moon. The castle now boasts sturdy walls, but alas, still lacks both a roof and, rather crucially, any doors. Patience, they say, is a virtue. I knew she was going to end up doing it again. I'm just letting her go through it because she's old enough. I don't care. Henlot. Pretty good stats. And Wymerton the third. I don't have anyone for you. No one's old enough yet. And stop. Alright, so how did this go? As the walls of the House Sapwood estate echoed with the agonizing moans of Lu Ningning's illness, they openly displayed their cowardice by whimpering at the sight of a mere leech. But she did recover. Do we have a Lu Ningning set too? Nope. Her name just did not continue, I'm sorry. Liege, upon departing the house Eisenwood estate, Gretinus II accepted a crate of chickens from Idoth III as thanks for not critiquing the minstrel's tuneless squawking. Politeness has its peckish rewards, it seems. Very peckish, haha, indeed. After an impressively noisy ordeal involving enough screaming to wake the dead, Bruno II brought forth a robust, legitimate girl, leaving Adam limp with pride and exhaustion. Yay, now we have a Bruno the third. Amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Godward, Emlys the Third quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. They are now meek. We have a Godward the Second. Nice. Don't think we have anything else, so let us see who can help. Okay. So, Maviva for the first one, and I'm going to say Morgana for that one. We don't have anybody for these bachelors, bachelorettes at all. And stop. Alright. How did this go? As Morgana the Third coughed up their last breath due to an unfortunate bout of illness. Oh no. Sorry, Morgana. The Third has now passed. Her title will pass soon. I'm sure that'll be something soon. Lineage in a chaotic world of noble rivalries and power plays, the Strain the Second defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. Now we have an Estrine, yay! Where's this one coming from? Over here. Oh no, more babies. Twins or bust, Godwin's the Second's finest hour. With the clang of pots and the terrified yelp of the kitchen boy, Picasso the Second went into labor amidst a chaotic dinner. Godwin's the Second, ever the meticulous planner, personally inspected each spoonful of broth, ensuring it was to the midwife's liking. Sorry, guys. After what seemed like an eternity of grunts, tears, and an unfortunate incident involving a misplaced chicken, Picasso II delivered not one but two healthy daughters, leaving Godwin II both exhausted and exceedingly proud. Alright, more names. Let's see. Come back all the way to the beginning, guys. To the beginning. All the way back to the beginning. I'm going to put Lisa in here again, and... Let's see. Let's do Scarlet. There we go. Alright. So we do have more babies happening. Let's see who would be best. Actually, you would be. Who wants to go to the hunt? I'm going to send you, my dear Imani. You've had so many babies, you need a break. You need a break from those babies. Bina the Second's cute. Henlet. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here, guys. We've almost reached an hour, and I think that's good. So I'm going to save it just to be safe. So thank you guys so much for joining me. We have now gotten down to Morgana the 5th, but Morgana the 3rd has passed now. We've gotten so many more babies now. We've gotten someone who had triplets and twins, and it's just happening all over the place. It's doing really good. I'm excited for this. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, please feel free to subscribe. It really does help me out. We are past 100. And if you guys have any options for like challenges you want me to do or something in this game, I'm open to it. I did have somebody agree to one, but that works. I also have a Discord server if you guys want to join the Discord server. There's not a whole lot going on there, but you do get alerted every time a video does pop up. I mean, you could also use YouTube's little bell icon as well if you wanted that alert too, but there's, through Discord as well. We have been talking on Discord, and that would be, I think Discord would be the best place for me to truly find out like what we want to do for the challenge, because I want a lot of people to, we would kind of vote for it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me for this fun craziness that we have. And I hope to see you guys all in the next video. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you guys are in the world. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.